All right, Assalamu alaikum. What I would like to know from you is your name, where you're from, and your journey to Islam.
All right, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Bilal Muhammad. I grew up in Camp Stella community, growing up in the community as a young boy, and started playing football and basketball. And one day, we was coming back from the basketball game, Young's Park Gym. It was in 1974. My brother Khalif was standing in front of the temple, number 57 on Camp Stella Road. Minister Marshall was the minister at that time, and he asked for all of us, about close to 30 players, to come into the temple to listen to the teaching of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So we went in, and we sat down and listened to the whole section. During those days, we had the evening section going on. And we sat there, and then the minister asked you, during those days, they asked you to stand up. It wasn't no shahada thing. You had to stand up, and then you was accepted in Islam, and then you received a letter, you sent it off to Chicago, and the minister there in Chicago will approve it and send it back to you, and my name was Bobby during that time, and then changed it to Brother Bobby X. And I received my FOI uniform. I don't know, where's that uniform at now? I bought that uniform, and that's when the journey began. 1974, and I was very active there. And then we moved to Church Street and became more active under the leadership later on under Imam W.D. Muhammad in 1975. And Imam James Shabazz came down in 1976, I believe it was 76. And under the leadership of Imam James Shabazz, we started working in the community and going out, speaking out against drugs and violence in 76, and going straight in the midst of the dope hole where the drugs and the crime were taking place. My brother Khalif and myself, a brother named Abu Bakr, brother K. Reed, brother Kevin Shabazz. We were the kind of group brothers, and we went out, and then the journey began, and then we had Imam James Shabazz speak in many rec centers, Deers Park, Young's Park, Calvary Park, in churches. We went over. Then Craig came on the scene speaking out against the images, the worship of God. We went speaking out on that and under other leaders, and then later on we ended up on Vimy Ridge Street in Norfolk off Tidewater Drive, and also then on 26th Street, 26th Lafayette. We was there under the leadership of Imam James Shabazz. We was there for many years. I remember Imam Muhammad's nephew used to come down and teach us Arabic, Imam Sultan. He was the pilot. Remember, he was the pilot for he had his license for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Imam Sultan Muhammad. May Allah have mercy on his soul, grant him paradise. He passed many years ago in Saudi Arabia. Accident happened, he passed. Imam Sultan Muhammad. The son of Imam Muhammad's brother, Herbert Muhammad, changed the name to Jabir Muhammad. So the journey, the custody going on, and then later on after 26th Street, there was a new location had to take place. So then we was meeting in the hotel. There used to be the Golden Triangle Hotel. There was meeting there, the Golden Triangle Hotel, for the Islamic study classes, then under Imam Vernon Fareed. Also, then we started having Juma right across the street here on 35th Street. Brother Clyde, Brothers of Peace. Upstairs, we had Juma classes right up there. We had Juma there, then later on, praise be to Allah, later on then we purchased this building. This used to be the old Vikings Club. This was a club, the old Vikings Club. This building right here, yeah. They had it was a dance hall. It was a dance hall, sold a lot of liquor in here. So a whole lot of scotch and Hennessy and all that right in here. But Allah bless us to purify this building.
That's right.
So yeah, so this is the history. This used to be the Vice Club right down the street where the Roaring 20s. Oh man, the terrible history, terrible stuff used to be on this strip. This was something back in the day. But anyway, we thank God Almighty that this became Masjid Win Salam, and the name itself started. I got to go back, Campostella Road. Because right there at Capitol Road, there was a brother named William Salam. The harbor's labors are few. The harbor's ready, but the labors are few. That was his motto. And he's right. And that stands today. The harbor is the labor, did I say that right?
The harbor is plentiful.
But the labor is few. That's right. William Salam, he was the inspirational one to go out into the community. And he used to take me out with the Bilal News. There used to be the paper called the Bilal News. Then later on became the Muslim journals. And he would go out and he would hit them doors. He would get on the radio broadcast, Bishop Willis station, William Salam. And he would go to the city council meetings. And he was that leader that won. And he kept papers. And he would speak and talk and he won't play. And that's why today this building is called Masjid Win Salam. He was, alhamdulillah, he was that example. And we should still try to pattern that example today. So today, at this present time, Imam Shabazz had to move to Martinville, Virginia with his new family, his wife, Sister Cathedral. May God have mercy on his soul, grant him paradise. So the Imam Vernon Fareed, resident Imam here, Masjid Win Salam, and been doing an excellent job until he returned back to Allah also. So today, now we have presently in front of me, Imam Salim. Ismail Salim is the resident Imam of Masjid Win Salam, and this is now in the year 2023. So praise be to Allah, this is a beautiful journey, and may God Almighty continue to bless us and continue to grow us here in the Hampton Roads community. There's plenty of work still have to be done. And also, Brother Imam Salim, we used to work with your dad, Brother Yahya Salim, many times, many years. So thank God for you, and your dad did an excellent job also working with us just as well. So today, we're happy to be here and be here today for Salatul Jummah, and on this day, Friday, and God willing, inshallah, hope to be around many more. Praise be to Allah. Assalamu alaikum.
I got one other question for you. One other thing I want to ask you is that, what would you tell somebody who's interested in this land?
I would like to say that, please, come to the masjid, or if you see a Muslim, brother or sister, communicate with us. And use your own common sense, your own perception, what a Muslim should be about, how you want to learn about Islam, to study, to read the Quran. Do not be narrow-minded. Open up your scope yourself. Do not listen to what others tell you. Use your own inclination and be respectable to anybody that believes in God, one God. And that way that you will grow yourself and you will have more appreciation for Al-Islam, and God willing, you will learn more and more and be more receptive to the belief of Islam. Thank you.
Alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.